Last year, Americans lost $15.9 billion to scams and fraud, according to the FTC. You've seen the ads. Something with AI in it pops up, and it looks incredible. Someone tells you it'll save you time, do the hard work for you, or get your results in minutes. So people buy it right away. By the end of this video, you'll know why that promise usually breaks down once you actually try it, and what to check before you spend your money on anything with AI attached to it. If you like this kind of content, tap that like button. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about shiny object syndrome. That's when one cool result grabs your attention so fast, you stop asking questions. You see one amazing example, whether it's a video, an image, a piece of writing, or some kind of automation, and you just assume that's normal for the product. But nobody tells you that. You fill in that gap yourself, because the example is exciting. That's not an accident. One great example sells better than the truth about the real cost, the real skill, or the real time it took to get there. Right alongside that, watch out for false testimonials. A lot of sales pages show you glowing quotes from happy customers, sometimes with a photo, a name, even a job title. The problem is, some of these are written by the company itself, generated, or paid for, not left by a real user who actually tried the product. Some are technically real, but cherry-picked from someone's single best result out of dozens of failed attempts. A few simple checks help here. Search the testimonial's exact wording. If it shows up word for word on other unrelated sites, it's copy-pasted marketing text, not a real review. Try a reverse image search on the customer photo, and see if it belongs to a stock photo site or a completely different person online. And always look for reviews on an independent third-party site, not just the ones the company chose to put on its own page. And once you're excited, that's exactly when the next trick shows up, now or never pressure. You've seen this. A countdown timer on the page. Price goes up in 2 hours. Only 10 spots left. This deal ends tonight. That urgency isn't there by accident either. It's there to stop you from doing the one thing that would actually protect you, which is slowing down and reading the details. A good product doesn't need a fake deadline to convince you. If something is genuinely worth buying today, it'll still be worth buying tomorrow after you've had time to check the reviews, the pricing, and the refund policy. Here's a habit that protects you either way. Take a full screenshot of the sales page before you buy anything, not just what fits on your screen. Most browsers and phones have a capture full page or scrolling screenshot option built in, and there are free extensions and apps that do it in one click if yours doesn't. Get the pricing, the promises, the refund policy, all of it, top to bottom. Companies can and do quietly edit their sales pages later, updating pricing, removing promises, or softening claims once complaints start coming in. If you have your own full screenshot with a timestamp, that's proof of exactly what you were shown when you paid. Takes 10 seconds, and it's the single easiest way to protect yourself if you ever need a refund or a dispute. Next, let's talk about the credit trap, and this is the big one. Companies show you their best possible results upfront. A stunning video, a perfect image, something that looks amazing. What they don't show you is the actual cost of making it. That number is nowhere in the ad. You only find out once you're actually inside the product, trying to make something yourself. Here's a real example. A 30-second animated video can use up 1 million credits. And a batch of 1 million credits costs around $49. So one short, simple video can burn through an entire $49 purchase. Nobody puts that math next to the impressive demo video. You only discover it the hard way, after you've already paid and started using the product. And it's not just money, it's time too. This is the waiting game nobody warns you about. A lot of AI tools, especially ones that make videos or images, don't give you results instantly. Some renders don't take minutes, they take hours. And if it doesn't come out right, you don't just fix it, you wait through that entire process again. So what looked like a quick, easy task can turn into most of your day spent waiting and retrying, on top of the money you already spent. Now here's the part almost nobody talks about, the refund trap. A lot of these companies advertise something like a 30-day, no questions asked refund policy. It sounds safe. It sounds like there's no risk. But in practice, that's often not how it goes. You send an email asking for your money back, and you don't hear anything. So you follow up. Still nothing. You end up sending the same request 2 or 3 times, waiting days in between, just to get a simple response. The policy exists on paper, but actually getting that refund can take a lot more effort than it should. So here's a simple rule to protect yourself. Always pay through a channel or credit card that has its own customer support and its own dispute process. That way, if a company drags its feet or stops replying altogether, you're not stuck. You can go straight to your card provider and open a dispute yourself, and that screenshot you took earlier becomes your evidence. Now here's the real lesson. Time and effort still win. Here's a simple example from my own channel. I grew an AI video channel to 8,000 followers over 6 months, using about 150 videos, made with completely free tools, no paid software, no shortcuts. That's not exciting to hear, but it's true. Growth and good results mostly come from showing up again and again, not from one magic product. AI tools can genuinely help speed up small parts of the process. That part is fine. But they can't replace the actual work of getting good at something and building real results over time. If it shows you a perfect example, fake testimonials, and a countdown clock, and never shows you the actual cost, that's your sign to slow down and check the details before you buy. So here's the takeaway. Flashy examples are made to make you want the product, not to show you what it actually costs. Testimonials aren't always what they look like, so check them independently before you trust them. Fake urgency is designed to stop you from checking the details, so a real deadline can wait until you have. Take a full-page screenshot of the sales page before you pay, using a scrolling capture tool if you need to, since companies can edit the page later. Credit systems can look cheap at first, then get expensive fast. Rendering can eat up hours, not minutes. Refund policies can look easy on paper but be slow and frustrating in practice, so always pay through a card or channel that can back you up with a dispute if you need one. And no AI product can replace the time it takes to build something that actually works. Do your homework before you buy, not after.